Hi guys, so today I want to talk a little bit about being a vegan and a vegetarian. I know I've done it in the past. I have quite a few videos up about this particular topic, but today I want it to be a little more kind of spontaneous, and I'm not gonna go in this video into why for your health you should be a vegan or a vegetarian. This video is not about that. This video is about my very honest, by the way, excuse my nail polish, my very honest and genuine feeling. So I won't be surprised if I get some really mean comments, but this video is for those of you guys who are like, yeah, that sounds great. I mean, I respect vegetarians and I respect what vegans do, and I think it's great, and I love animals and I like vegetables, it's fine, but I'm just eating meat. Really wish I could do what you're doing, it's great, but I just cannot give up on meat, or I cannot give up on cheese, or I cannot give up on fish. When I was 14, I found online a text written by a vet that has been in a slaughterhouse, and she basically wrote everything that she saw and how she became a vegetarian herself after this experience. It was in the evening. Then I had dinner with my family and I said, I'm not gonna eat meat ever again. My parents forced me to eat meat this night. The following days, even though they forced me, I would not give up on my resolution, basically. I didn't want to eat any animals again. And I don't want to use the word meat. I want to use the word animals. And not dead animals, but murdered, killed animals. Because really what you have, I think, to understand is that it's not just something. It's not either someone's that's dead. It's a living being that has been killed without any need. It's been killed for you. And that's something people don't really understand. They're like, oh, I love animals, I do really good things, I have a cat and a dog, and you know, I rescue animals, and I don't wear the fur, I think fur is awful. And they're like, that's enough. But it's not enough. And I'm gonna use a comparison that's maybe gonna be really shocking for some of you, but you have to understand that I believe into anti-speciesism. I don't think we should discriminate any living beings based on their species. It doesn't mean I think we should all be treated the same, because everyone is different. In the human species, everyone's different. Animals are different as well. Like, I mean, human beings are a different species from gorillas, for example, and elephants are different from whales, and whales are different from dogs, and dogs are different from, I don't know, seals. We're all very different, but I think we're all equal. And for me, saying I love animals and eating meat doesn't make any sense. You wouldn't believe someone who says, I love kids, but I mistreat them. Would you? You would not. Why would you believe someone that says I love animals, but I don't mind them being tortured and being killed and then eating them? It would make sense if we had to. It would make sense if we, in order to survive, we would have to eat meat. We don't eat meat. We were not even supposed to eat meat, I believe. It's not good for you. It's not bringing you anything that you cannot get from, you know, plant-based foods. So why? For your pleasure, because you like it, because it's good, because you really like your bacon, because you really like your burger, because you really like your chorizo on the pizza, I don't know. And you know what? I love sushi. I think it's just so good. I love shrimp tempura. I loved chicken, roasted chicken. That's really good, right? I love cheese. I'm French. I didn't stop eating meat because I didn't like it very much. I did like it a lot. Am I the most important thing on this planet? Am I to decide we should die? Am I to be okay with so many like thousands and hundreds of thousands of animals being killed just for my little pleasure? No, I don't think so. I don't think it's right. It's not right. It might seem really difficult to give up on animal products, but it's not. It takes a little bit of will, it takes a little bit of motivation, a little bit of discipline for some people. You have to be aware of the reality, I think. You know, when someone comments on my videos and says, oh, I'm not a vegan, but that looks good, or I'm not a vegan, but I really respect what you're doing, I don't take it as a good thing. I don't think this comment is nice. I'm like, okay, what I eat looks good. You respect what I'm doing, and why wouldn't you? I'm doing something good. But why don't you feel like you could do it yourself? Why don't you feel like you could give it a try? Why do you feel so indifferent to so much suffering? And you know what's really even absurd is that it doesn't even taste that good. Just think about it a little bit. You take a fruit and it tastes just amazing. Oh, mangoes, I love mangoes. You take a mango, you just cut it eat it. It's amazing, it's good, it's fresh, gives you energy, it's full of colors. There's no suffering in that. You don't take a piece of beef or a piece of a cow raw, put it in your mouth, chew it, and be like, that's delicious. It's not something beautiful to put in your body. It's not. I am someone who thinks that emotions are really important. For me, it hurts. It hurts a lot to think that there are so many animals every day who are being killed and raised in the most cruel and terrible sufferings without most people caring. With a lot of people thinking it's normal, lots of people making fun of it. And it makes me sad for animals, but it also really makes me sad for humanity. What is a society? What is any human being with a brain, a heart, so many intellectual capacities that makes fun of a living being suffering? Where is that leading us to? But as much as I think emotions are really important, I think that there is also a higher thing. There is an ethical kind of awareness. And I don't care what people say. Who are you to tell what's good? Who are you to tell what's bad? How do you know you're right? It's something you feel in your guts. When you stop doing something that kills, that hurts, a sentient being with emotions, to feel it in your being that you're doing something good and that before you were doing something really wrong. There's no way looking at the slaughterhouse, looking at a farm, looking at a baby cow being taken away from his or her mother, looking at chickens not even being able to move or see the sunlight. There's no way you could think it's right. And I think this ultimately comes first. This should come before your pleasure. This should come before how difficult it may be to give up on the things you like eating. All of that is so little compared to a life. It's so little compared to a murder. For every time that you feel like, I don't want to think about that. I'll think about it next time. Oh no, that's really too good. There's a life that's no better and no worse than yours, which is taken. It could be so easy to change that. And there are many things happening in the world which are terrible and disastrous and awful and so sad. But there are very few things that could be changed so easily and so quickly. When it comes to the suffering of animals, it is so easy. It is so easy. That's the chance you're given to do something so great for the planet, for animals, for other human beings who would like to have, the cereals and the medicine and the water that we give to our livestock. You could be doing something amazing just so easily, just by saying no. And you could do something amazing for you as well, because you would feel amazing. I don't believe there's anyone who's been on a vegan diet doing it right, doing it for the good reasons, and not enjoying it. I think here we're connecting very well, you and me. I think you know by now that I'm honest and I'm a real person. I'm not faking anything and I'm not hiding anything from you. I'm pretty open, about anything. And I'm really doing that because I believe that sharing online this way can have an impact and, a positive influence. I would like you to see how honest I am and how I'm like opening my chest to you. It's like, it is so important. It is not something you should overlook. No matter how old, no matter where you live, no matter who you are, where you are, what you do, no matter anything, you have the possibility, you have the right, and you have, I think, the duty to stop eating meat, stop eating animal products. It's healthy, it's good, it's really delicious. Do you feel like I'm starving myself? Do you feel like I don't enjoy the food I eat? Would you be sad if I invited you to dinner with me and have the foods I have? I don't think you would, because, it's good foods, so do it. If you like me just a little bit, just try doing it, just try researching. It's not because of me that you should do it, but I feel like sometimes, we don't find the motivation. Sometimes people can be this little kick in the ass. I would like to be your kick in the ass. I would like you to just, for once, just think differently. Maybe think, okay, I've said I wouldn't do it, I would never do it, but stop. Now think differently.